This is Fujifilm 33mm and 35mm f1.4. There has been a lot of discussion going on between these popular lens, especially 35mm 1.4. Today I'm going to explain what's the main difference between both of them and when you should buy them. First, let's talk about lens architectures. In today's world, everyone wants a lower f number such as f1.4 for better subject isolation. However, in the law of physics, when we want to go to such low f number, light tends to get aberrated and thus causing errors such as spherical aberration and chromatic aberration. Every glass element, whether it's an ED, spherical or standard element, is a tool used to bend and redirect light. The higher the element count, the more tools the designer had to combat these flaws and push the boundary of physics. But it caused the lens to be bigger. So this leads to the next question. Can we correct the flaws while maintaining the compact design? Well, yes, to a limit, but this is where the spherical lens and extra low dispersion ED lens come into picture. A spherical lens is a better version of a normal glass element, just that they are not completely round. On the other hand, ED lens is a precise glass element that corrects our RGB light to reach the sensor at the same time and in the correct order. So basically, having a more ED glass element, the lesser the CA will be. This is Penang Beach Street, filled with colonial structures and have an important milestone in Malaysia history, the Signed Peace and Friendship Treaty. Now, back to the lens. In the model lens architecture, there's one more important factor, which is lens coating. And since we are talking about Fujifilm lens here, their famous Super EBC coating can consider something that I rarely come across. In short, lens coating is meant to give a better microcontrast. And the better microcontrast, the sharper your image or video would be. I pretty much know not everyone know what is microcontrast, so if you drop a comment below, I will try my best to create a solo video talking about microcontrast. Now we talk about 33mm and 35mm focal length. Other than its 2mm subtle differences that you wouldn't notice unless you compare it side by side lah. People who own Fujifilm always talk about lens character. What is lens character? Actually, I will characterize them as an imperfection traits of the lens that when overall combined, right, it becomes a perfect product. And I think 35mm is one of the best examples. Fujifilm did a good job in making sure 35mm is super sharp in the middle, and due to the technology limitation years ago, they have to give up on the chromatic aberration and lens flare performance. This creates a subtle vignetting, chroma noise, and the edge of the lens is a bit blurred. But when we view a video, right, it takes our eyes straight away to the middle point of the pictures, which help to tell a story. This is why 35mm is favored so much. Does that mean 33mm is not good? Well, short answer is no. Long answer is that technology advancement really gives 33mm its perks lah. Each year, our technology sector advances a little bit by little bit, and within few years, you see big changes in our camera technology. And the only biggest perks 33mm have over 35mm is the linear motor focus. Basically, with newer and more advanced motor, being able to react faster is given. And that's what actually autofocus in our camera is doing. Hence, when it comes to autofocus, 33mm will always be faster than 35mm. Not to mention, linear motor don't run on mechanical parts so much, so you won't feel the vibration when it's focusing. Try 33mm, maybe you would know. So, the final question, who will buy them? Well, let's talk face to face.
I hope you enjoyed the cityscape theme of Penang this round, and I don't want to bore you too much with technical details on how a lens should work. Let's talk about who should buy this lens and why. For 35mm, like I said, it's for those who like the lens character, and this includes who likes to travel, take candid photos, and beautiful portraits. 35mm is a very superior, sharp lens to begin with. For 33mm, I will personally recommend it because I own them. It has the cleanest look, even sharper performance than 35mm, and best of all, the autofocus. I think Fujifilm slowly taking its turn in getting the autofocus up on par these days with their X5 processor. So, that's all for this video. I hope you enjoy. I usually work on a theme when I'm reviewing stuff, so if you got any idea, leave them in the comment. I will personally reply each and every one of them. If you like my video, remember to smash the subscribe button, and if you like this kind of video, press the like button. YouTube will recommend them to you. So, see you.
He spoke in the darkness, lost its claim one day.